farm is on fire, 1,500 kilometers from the border with Ukraine.
This is just insane. This is no filter. The whole sky is smoke.
Tuapse can no longer be saved. The city is poisoned. Blagoveshchensk barely survives under Putin.
500 meters. China's across the river. Yes. But look at our spiritual values.
Khabarovsk, 8,000 kilometers from the front line. Everything is bombed out.
8,000 kilometers, right? From the Nazis. But it looks like everything here was bombed to the ground.
To ignore this horror, the youth are being lured to war. But the defense ministry called news of student pressure fake. A soldier caused a scene on a Novosibirsk-Krasnodar flight. Donbass collaborators tell Putin how Russian telemedicine achievements feel.
So this actually works, right?
It really does work.
Hello everyone, my name is Yulia Cord, and this is the Trending Program. Every day we bring you the latest news, show interesting videos, and debunk fakes. Russian propagandists are seriously terrified by the frequent strikes on the aggressor country's infrastructure. Questions are increasingly being asked about how the situation will develop further. Well, the reason for this has been the regular drone attacks. As a result, the Russian oil industry is going down the drain. And there's talk that Putin's special military operation didn't go as planned.
Let's be honest here, with such an incredibly huge border and such vast territories, we're not even like Israel, which can, but this actually threatens us with a very, shall we say, very serious situation. All of this is really starting to slowly destroy this image, the comforting image in our minds, that everything, absolutely everything, will be fine in the end. No, it's already not quite.
Meanwhile, official reports still focus on the debris. However, the scale of the aftermath shows it's not debris, but the Ukrainian armed forces hitting the target. Tuapse is an example of that. This is what the city looked like in March 2022. Well, and this is it now.
Thoughts, the realization that this is already a real war, that it's not just games, but actual, combat operations.
Every voice matters. Join our community, support independent journalism, and help us bring you the truth from Ukraine. Become a member of Ukraine Today.
Operations, you could say.
Life isn't as fun as it was in 2022, is it?
1 in the morning, sitting here, waiting for guests. This is how we live. There's nothing good about it.
Standing in hallways during the bombings, that's just no way to live.
Is the ecological disaster repeating itself once again? It's ongoing. Locals can't understand why officials just talk while the oil spill is being cleaned by volunteers' hands instead of machinery.
This is an ecological disaster. So many people are working, but it's not even about the people. Equipment. Where's the equipment? Why is it the 21st century and people are shoveling oil out of the sea?
It's day 3 after the spill, if I'm not mistaken, at least the 3rd day. These are all the people here since 9 in the morning, cleaning up. This much oil has washed up again, and I honestly, truly don't understand. Do those making the decisions really care so little about this? Why isn't there any machinery here that can suck up all this oil? More specialized equipment that can haul all of this away? Why not send people from other regions or cities if there aren't enough here?
Smoke from the fire at the Tuapse refinery is visible from the Krasnaya Polyana resort, 105 kilometers away. From Tuapse. Meanwhile, Putin's press secretary Peskov stated that the military is determining the source of the attack. But conspiracy theories are swirling about drones being launched from Kazakhstan. Peskov did not go as far as to deny this.
Locals believe the drones were launched from Kazakhstan, targeting the Chelyabinsk region and Yekaterinburg as well.
This is the prerogative of our special services, primarily the military. They are the ones who determine the source of the threat, or the geography of the threat, or the measures that...
The things they'll invent just to avoid admitting that Ukrainian missiles and drones can reach any corner of the aggressor country. But the propagandists understand everything. Oh, they do! And they can't even hide the truth anymore.
The Zelensky regime is now hammering the oil export infrastructure of the Russian Federation. No need to explain, everyone knows what's happening in Tuapse right now. There's smog, smoke, and everything else, and it's all ablaze. Now all that's left, God forbid, is for them to go after Novorossiysk too.
Don't you worry, they'll definitely get to Novorossiysk as well. Just give it time, it'll happen. Meanwhile, in Perm, 1,500 kilometers from the Ukrainian border, they have their own apocalypse now. The sky was shrouded in black smoke after the drone strikes.
This is just insane. This is without any filters. The whole sky is full of smoke.
This is the smoke in reality. From Nagorny and on the car too.
Well, it smears, not like in Tuapse, of course, it's just soot.
The governor of the Perm region only reported an attack on some industrial infrastructure facility. Supposedly, according to Ukrainian channels, the Transneft Prikamye base was hit, which is used for receiving, storing, and pumping oil through main pipelines. Well, the special military operation continues. The Ministry of Defense called the news about pressure on students fake. At an interdepartmental meeting, Goromikin stated that a contract in Russia is concluded for a term of 1 to 3 years, at the choice of the candidate themselves.
The basis of the contract with citizens entering the unmanned systems forces is the principle of voluntariness. It is concluded for a term of 1 year. And only at their request can there be another contract, not less than a year, but more. We have no intention or capability to force students to participate in the special military operation. The Ministry of Defense discharges a serviceman from military service upon the expiration of the term of the current contract.
The wording about individual consideration of such cases also indirectly admits that such situations are possible. Furthermore, promises of voluntariness and compliance with contract terms have been heard more than once. But students regularly face complaints about service extensions and administrative pressure. What do I see? This is that very non-agitation that the Russian Ministry of Defense keeps talking about. And we, of course, don't believe it. In the Voronezh region, a mobile recruitment point for contracts was set up near the Pavlovsk Technical School. Well, what do you think about this? Are you against or for the agitation of students? Write in the comments and don't forget to like this video and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss anything interesting. And we told you that these crazies would return home to their Russia and they won't give you any peace. A soldier once again caused a scene on a plane on the Novosibirsk to Krasnodar flight.
Come on, tie him up. Hold him! Hold him down! That's it! Keep holding him just like that! Don't let go! Hold him tight! Do you hear me? Make sure you keep him steady and don't let him get away!
Other passengers trying to subdue him taped the troublemaker's hands with duct tape, but he managed to break free.
Open your mouth, I told you! Come on, open it now, please!
What kind of heroes are they if they do things like this? They're PTSD cases, they're unstable. Last weekend, a similar incident occurred on a flight from Yekaterinburg to Kazakhstan. There, a drunk hero scared the children.
Please, let's go back for a moment. I will walk around for a bit. No, you really can't walk around. I'm sorry. I understand. Could you please go to your seat right now, please, and sit down?
He was using expressions like, "While you were sleeping, I was fighting." He imitated shooting at them with a lighter. Despite the fact that it was already obvious before boarding that this person was drunk, he was still allowed on board. The flight attendants were unable to ensure complete safety.
Yesterday, Karina showed you how Shaman boasts about his union with Lake Baikal.
You know, it's actually preferable to lick the ice of the world's cleanest lake at least once in your life than to spend your whole life kissing the backsides of masters in the West.
Remember? Well, because of all these kinds of statements, he is absolutely loathed, like by Russian pop stars. Even Kirkorov, when talking about him, mocks him and claims he'd never want to be like Dronov.
Oh, Kirkorov! We'll have Shaman, and that is all we have. And my anniversary celebration has totally gone down the drain. I just don't have the same connections as Shaman does.
A Russian man joked in a neighborhood chat, suggesting a protest in the parking lot. And for that, he was fined 20,000 rubles. And all because this chat was on the Max Messenger app. Comrade Major saw it and decided that the poor guy, the protester, was guilty under the article for violating the rules of holding a public event. Well, the court decided the man wanted to hold a rally without notification. So much for a free Russia. So much for the Max Messenger app. Now you're going to see something that I can't even describe with polite words. This is Mariupol, where tens of thousands of people died under Russian bombs in 2022. Now Russians there are destroying houses and graves to hide the truth. But even that isn't enough for them. Fake bloggers flocking there from Russia say a city built on bones is better than the Maldives. And they're suggesting people invest in a mortgage.
Mariupol or the Maldives, where is it more profitable to buy an apartment? Here in the DPR, you can start with a down payment, because of just 600,000, while in the Maldives, you'd have to shell out at least 20 million. The mortgage situation there is also very complicated, but here on the contrary, it's transparent, 2% for the new regions. Besides, the Maldives is an island cut off from the world, and to get there, you need a plane. But for Mariupol, a car is enough. 15 minutes to the sea, 10 to the center, 7 to the new hospital, and 3 to 5 on foot to school and daycare. Well, if you buy an apartment in the new primary complex in Cheryomushki, where sales started today, you'll get a cozy nest with a sea view and even a turnkey renovation.
And this is already Avdiivka. They wiped it out completely. And now they're talking nonsense about how it will all be rebuilt someday. Someday.
Right now we are in Avdiivka, which was liberated a year ago. It is, of course, quite heavily destroyed in a fallen state. Some things are being restored, others are not yet. People still live here, and they lived through the whole war before this. And what was the tragedy for the people? Because it's quite close to Donetsk, and basically in the evening you can see the lights. But the lights were ours while the Ukis were here. And of course, people don't see this, but they can't reach it. Life was different when everything was liberated through heavy fighting. It's spring now, the weather is beautiful. I think that everything will be restored and victory will be ours. Everything will be fine and we will help.
But those who live there have lost hope. Meanwhile, this is what a Russian city looks like. A real Russian city where the Russian world has not come. It has always been like this. It's a total... But for the May holidays, they'll bring a mobile stage and hold a Victory Mania concert.
We are here now in Mineralnoye village located in Primorsky Krai. According to the calendar, today is April the 22nd. Very soon at exactly 1500 hours, our concert will take place right here, dedicated to the 81st anniversary of the victory achieved by the Soviet people in the Great Patriotic War. Escort of memory.
And it's like this almost everywhere. Wherever a Russian goes, their native values await them, but always for a lot of money.
I've had enough. I'm just disappointed. Domestic tourism is actively developing here now. And right now, I'm in a resort town in the Altai Krai, in the city of Belokurica. And I have one question. Guys, are you, the prices are like I'm in Dubai, but the service is like I'm at my second cousin's cottage. For my child's birthday, we came to a restaurant just for a symbolic little sit down. The bill was 5,000 rubles for 1 pizza, 1 order of fries, a small cake, and 2 milkshakes. And the 10-year-old birthday girl was offered a 15% discount on alcohol. God-tier service. Are you serious? Housing? 60,000 rubles. That's what the apartment cost me for a month. And guess what? I spent 2 days scrubbing this apartment with bleach because it was so dirty. And so I have a question. Why in our own country do we pay for luxury but get a that'll-do level of service? Honestly, for that money, you could fly away for 2 or 3 weeks all-inclusive, where they'll pamper you from the start and remember your child's name until the end of the vacation.
Blagoveshchensk, right next to China, which thanks to Putin is heating itself with Russian gas for pennies. And the residents of Blagoveshchensk are still burning firewood.
So this is how we live. The city of Blagoveshchensk. 500 meters away, China across the river has gas. But hey, look at the values we have. Gas.
Khabarovsk, 8,000 kilometers from the front line. Everything is bombed out.
Anyway, we're breaking through. Here, right after the bombing took place, in the city of Bakhmut, Ukraine. Trying to make our way through. Everything is bombed out. Everything is in ruins. The front line passed through here. Nothing is left. Not a single house is left intact here. This is how it all looks right now. But now the Russian world will come. It'll restore order, rebuild everything. It'll bloom and flourish now. Without Nazism, everything will be fine here now. But Region 27, what is that? Oh, that's Khabarovsk. 8,000 kilometers away, right? From the Nazis. But it looks like everything here was bombed to the ground. And who bombed it all? The 5-foot-tall geostrategist. He bombed everyone so much that these cities are now indistinguishable from the front lines.
By the way, in case you missed it, Barnaul is preparing to update the Z sign, which should be new by May 9th. And the city's residents will pay almost 2 million rubles for it. Meanwhile, the city's budget remains deep in the red. It seems like nobody cares about that. The hype is way more important than the locals' well-being. Did you see how Putin liberated Donbass from everything? From life, from development, from medicine. But in the territories that were seized by his little green men back in 2014, things are different there. Just kidding. They're pretending so they don't lose their cozy spots. So Chepushilin is telling Putin how the achievements of Russian telemedicine are being felt in Donetsk.
The minister just reported on the development of telemedicine. Indeed, in Russia as a whole, it has made a big, serious step forward. So, how is this felt in Donetsk? Are you in touch with colleagues from the country's leading centers?
Highly respected Vladimir Vladimirovich, telemedicine consultations are provided to 100% of all patients and all children in our medical facility. Telemedicine consultations are also provided to injured participants of the special military operation. We interact directly with federal medical centers. And if necessary, we request a telemedicine consultation for feedback and receive a quick response, which determines the effectiveness of providing specialized medical care as well. Thank you.
So it works, right?
It works indeed. It works well.